Kickoff is finally almost here. Almost. It is the second leg of the MLS Eastern Conference Championship. Gareth Terry Dunfield with you. Of course, you've been following along all week. Montreal holds a 3-2 aggregate lead with Toronto coming home. There's been all kinds of banter all week long, like a lot of time to fill. Just ask the team and the coaching staff. But Terry, a new wrinkle today. We debated over the course of the week whether Will Johnson could make his way into the starting 11. Now the issue is being brought up whether we can see Tosin Rickets in the Toronto FC starting 11. For me, Terry, that would mean a 4-3-3 for TFC. Can you see them playing that way?
Yeah, I think you could still go with the two up top as well. I think you could go with Josie Altidore, Tosin Rickets, and then Giovinco in that role just behind them that we saw at the end of the regular season game. I think Tosin Rickets definitely has put himself in contention, not only with his performance coming on at 3-0 down, but also that regular season performance where he scored and was a handful up front. I like what he brings. He really stretches defenses. He brings a ton of energy. I think him and Josie Altidore work really well together. But to be honest, his contribution from the bench is so good.
Yes.
And to have him in the back pocket to bring on at 60 minutes, I think that's a wild card that you love to have. Save that. Keep the fantastic partnership of Josie Altidore and Giovinco up top.
Well, it's just yet another option for the head coach, Greg Vanney. Here he is on the issue of Rickets, and you decide for yourself whether Rickets is a legit option or whether this may be a little bit of gamesmanship.
Yeah, I think he put himself in real consideration. In the two times he's come into the games, he's created a ton of problems for their back line. It's his mobility, his running. He covers in a lot of territory very fast, and it forces a lot of decisions. And so, I said after the last game, there's a lot of considerations that go into who starts in this game and how we want this game to look. And that he's one of those guys who gives the game a different look just because of how he goes about things. And so he's definitely put his hat in the ring for a guy who's there to play for 90 minutes.
There are so many critical areas of focus ahead of this match. Terry chose 3 of them. They are his 3 keys to the match, and let's get right to it. Your first key, finding space in a very congested attacking third.
Yeah, the Montreal Impact are very compact and aggressive in their own half. The 2 fullbacks play very close to the 2 center halves, which allows the 2 center halves to lock onto Giovinco and Altidore. Just in front of the 3 midfielders, they provide an excellent screen, especially Donadell just in front of the 2 center halves. To break that down, what TFC need to do is keep the ball in possession, be extremely clean, try to move those blocks around, and eventually space will open up. Both goals come from good possession out wide on the left-hand side in the first leg. Also, if TFC can just try to drag those 2 center halves out, suck them out with their passing, eventually space will open up in behind.
It's a good point, Terry. And if the space doesn't open up in behind because the 2 center halves drop too deep, space is going to open up inside the 18-yard box, and that's where the goals can come from as well. So there is space to be found, some creative movement absolutely necessary. Your second key, transition.
Yeah, I think TFC need to pay the Montreal Impact the respect that they deserve. Their front 3 are very quick. Oduro on the right-hand side, he's lightning quick. Up top, Moncasso, he plays right on the last man's shoulder. And also on the left-hand side, of course, Piatti, he's quick, and he's also got that brilliance that few players in this league do have. So what Montreal do is when they win the ball in 1 or 2 passes, they try to get the ball into their front 3, who at times cheat a little bit, but they're very dangerous. And don't forget as well, though, TFC are also excellent in transition as well. If Will Johnson comes into midfield, TFC might be able to turn that ball over a little bit higher, and when Montreal aren't set in their blocks, there could be opportunities to attack them very quickly on the counterattack.
I'll tell you this, though, playing at BMO Field, avoiding the carpet, which sped up the game, it's much more difficult to play on the counterattack, I guess, effectively. So that plays into Toronto FC's hands. Communication and proper structure is key throughout. Your final key to the match, Terry, it's about patience.
Yeah, I think if TFC can go out and score and use the momentum and use the adrenaline of the crowd in the first 5 minutes, brilliant. But you know what? If it doesn't come, be patient. 90 minutes is a lot of football. Trust in their attacking players. There's so many of them. I thought Justin Moore on the left-hand side, he's a threat bombing up and down. Up top, you've got Altidore's power. You've got Giovinco's brilliance, how he can just turn a game out of nothing. Will Johnson's late runs into midfield, Osorio's awareness, Cooper's ability to go past the player, the big 3 at the back coming up on set pieces. There's so many weapons in this TFC side. They don't have to score right away. You don't want to throw the kitchen sink at Montreal. Be patient. Eventually it will come.
TFC showed remarkable composure over the season, the best team in Major League Soccer in scoring goals and defending goals late in halves. Part of that's composure, part of that's fitness. Both equal good things for Toronto FC this season thus far. Make sure you get to your seats early. It's a 7 p.m. kickoff. If you can't make it down to BMO Field, then you can watch on TSN. It's on Canada's sports leader. And go to torontofc.ca. Follow on Twitter at TorontoFC, as Terry Dunfield, myself, and Danielle Emmanuel will be doing a little bit of a pre-match chat as well. And as always, use the hashtag TFC Live.